For me, funny story, when my friend Sloan called me about this opportunity in Reno, I heard Rio, not Reno. So I said, Rio, that's fucking cool, man. That's awesome, man. How'd you get that, man? No, Reno. And I hung up the phone and I said, fuck off, man. No fucking way. Came here a couple of years before my girlfriend and that business we had, funnel cake. And I swear I will never be back in that city. So I hung up on Sloan and he called back and said, look, man, I think you're missing out on an opportunity. If that were you, I'll jump on the plane tonight and come to the show and check it out on your own. And I did, stupid as I am. Jump on the plane. 2 hours later, I was in Reno de Janeiro, and I guess I've been living in Reno like if I was in Rio de Janeiro. And it's all out there. It's all a matter of the way you think. You know, think positive. Think, you know, the place you live, it doesn't really matter. It's more what you do. And Reno proved itself to me, gave me a lot of opportunity to do what I wanted. So I can't be mad at Sloan. I still want to go to Rio, hopefully one day. That's about it.
What's the use? What's the use? I caught it from the evening news. The parking meter inside of my head says, time's up, time to go to bed.
Army surplus. That's what war does. Right here. Army surplus to sell clothing. That's how fucked up it is. They do 1,000 people. The bar is like shit. It's a warehouse. That's the only competition I have. 1,000 people, and they fill it up.
So I wanted to do something on Friday.
Well, Friday, but we can't anymore.
With a DJ too. I'm like, no, that won't work for sure. DJ Holidays nights.
No, but see what I mean? Friday is right. What is this?
That's chicken.
Chicken. Hello.
Hello.
Dinner's ready. Oh, very good ribs. Macaroni and cheese and some corn. Tell her what Claudia said.
Oh yeah. So she said when she met you, Claudia met you. It's like Carla, Remi's girlfriend. She seems so normal.
Compared to previous girlfriends?
Oh, no, she does.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it is because she's never.
I think compared to like our lives, like there's a normal person in your life,
She was expecting someone totally crazy.
She was normal.
No, she is.
Yeah.
No, she's talking about
About
you. The underground is gone. It's not even past. It's. How can I? I haven't made $1. It cost me a lot of money. Living pressure, anxiety, stress, threat, physical, mental, I don't care about the underground. I really don't. What? Yeah, well, you know, I know it's weird. It's weird, but I have to say it to believe it. This is nothing in the world. There's so much of a shit to do. And no, let's do those. And let's not focus on what didn't work and fix it. We're lucky. We got, you know, someone that believe in it. We're able to sell it still. But we're barely standing on our foot. The reality of it is that it's not just overwhelming because, I mean, I'm lucky because that's all I got, but unfortunately because that's all I got. Sloan, he got this plus other stuff going on, you know. Me, that's why I can't offer to worry about it so much and do so much because I didn't have as much shit he has going on. But as far as the underground today is Sloan and I. That's the underground. What's underground about it, you know?
Nobody can call the future that well, that consistently, and be correct. That's airline consultant Darren.
Hey guys, you know, we might want to look on the top.
There's people in
Yeah. It's a lot shorter for you. Huh? On the other side. Where is it? On the other side. Huh?
I'll do next month's schedule, but I do that at home. Just doing the accounting the money.
Le Québec essaie de se séparer du Canada. Puis ça va pas. Ça va passer.
Some things between the guy. Thousands navigate I hate. Ain't nothing to hate today. I got it all.
Yeah, I'm slow right now. I'm hitting everybody up. I see. I need the business. Yeah.
Redhead.
Not open yet. Not open yet, Mikey.
Boys, night out. Night out. La nuit des garçons.
You put your cabin
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Factor was pretty good.
Best show, yeah, Knitting Factory was great. San Francisco was good. And
San Francisco?
Parkside.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go play Bottom of the Hill in September.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's cool.
What else was good? Portland's actually really good.
Yeah, Portland's good. Forgot about that.
Except we had, no, it was good.
Except what?
It was one of these deals where we can either charge money or we
I shot myself walking out
take a
with
percentage of the bar. And we're like, well, Portland's a little iffy. We'll take a percentage of the bar because it was like their rock night. Everybody comes out on Wednesday nights, like their rock night. But everybody bought dollar caps all night long. And
You got nothing, hardly.
no, I mean we got paid. It just
Oh man, I gotta play soon. This is bullshit.
The last tour I did was like that. It's like, I don't want to play.
No, I love playing.
I just want to drink. I just
You'll
want
see.
to party.
You'll see it when I'm on stage. You'll see the mass. Like I'm fucking amazing. No, it's pretty awesome. Manning really put a lot into this. It's boring. I fucking suck. Heat technology.
My name is Zach Damon. I've been playing in bands, promoting shows around Reno, Nevada for, probably 18 years or so, something like that. Played in several bands around here. 35 years old, getting old. I guess we've kind of come full circle. I think now a correct definition of underground music is just that. It's underground. It's do it yourself. You know, it's people making music, recording it themselves, putting it out themselves, touring on their own dime with very little promotion and no record label backing them in any way, shape, or form. I'd say that's what it is now, and honestly, that's probably where it's at. You know, I mean, as far as the whole music industry obviously is crumbling, it's imploding, and it's just doesn't seem really beneficial for the band or the record label anymore to sign bands and give them huge recording budgets and put out records because they don't sell. Yeah, so it's kind of created this situation where people have to kind of adhere to that ethic of do it yourself because there's really no other way. And one of the positives from that, I would say, is that it's going to weed out the fakers because there's no fame, there's no money, there's no women. You know what I mean? So if you're in it for the one or all of those three things, rock and roll music is not the way to go.
Stefan Grappelli. Tell the story about Stefan Grappelli.
Yeah, but you have to know who's...
You know Stefan Grappelli?
Stefan Grappelli is...
Doesn't know.
Stefan Grappelli is one of the pioneers of rock and roll, and no one knows it. And everybody thinks, the pioneers are Muddy Waters, B.B. King, Freddie King, whatever, and go back, But Stefan Grappelli was the fiddle player that played with Django Reinhardt back in the 30s and 40s, and he was a fucking fiddle player. And he has played every note that every guitar player has ever played in their life, and he played it in 1930. And if you look at Jeff Beck, Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, and you look at their influences. You'll see this name, Stephen Grappelli, and I never knew who the fuck he was. And so I was working for the Bill Graham of Canada. It was a company called Brimstone Productions. And Dave calls me up and says, hey, we got a show at the Palace Theatre, you know, bring your full system. And I show up with my full concert sound system for an 8 o'clock show, and like 7:45, no one's there. You know, I'm like freaking out. I'm like, and all of a sudden 4 guys walk in with guitar cases, like cases, and they go, well, we're here. And I go, so where's your truck? And they go, what? I said, well, where's your truck? Where's all the equipment? We got it. They go, no, it's right here. This is right here. It's like, we're all acoustic. I went, oh man, I got 2,500 kids in this theater that are all expecting, because they don't know who Stephen Grappelli is either. They have no idea. But it's Brimstone Productions, therefore it's a huge rock and roll event. So the opening act comes out, Oliver. He comes out and he's like an acoustic folk singer from fucking Victoria, from Vancouver Island. You know, he does this thing. And the kids are kind of like freaking, and it's like, shut the fuck up, open the curtains, the band is there, we're gonna rock and roll. Well, no, that doesn't happen. The curtains never open. 4 guys walk out on the stage, you know, and they acoustic guitar, 2 acoustic guitars, mandolin, upright bass player, no drummer, and they walk out and they start playing. And I'm sitting out mid-house, you know, doing sound, and I can feel 2,500 kids going, I don't think we like this. You know, I really don't think we like this. And then an announcer comes on stage right and goes, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you one of the greatest jazz violinists in the world. And as soon as he said the word jazz violinist, 2,500 kids were like, refund, refund, where's the box office? We're going for a refund. And I went, okay. And he you know what he's playing? He's playing Dave Brubeck Take 5. Right? And all of a sudden Stefan comes on from stage right, and Stefan comes out like this. It's like, he comes out with a cane, you know, and he walks over and the guy hands him his fiddle and he starts to play, and these kids are like, oh, we hate this. Yeah. And I went, okay, we're gonna die, and I just went, wham, take it up, wham. And I took it up, and he fucking got it. Stefan got it, and he went, okay, I know where we're going. And he fucking went off. And he fucking took these kids, and he finished doing Take 5. And at the end of it, I'm like, okay, what? And the fucking 2,500 kids just went, wham, and they went, fuck, this is awesome. And he just did it for 2 hours. I've got, that is my view.
Nice, nice.
In the winter, it's spectacular.
Cool. Where's that?
Oh, this is actually a sort of mini Burning Man that I just found out about up in Canada, in Drayton Valley.
Oh, wow.
It's up by Edmonton, so it's way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they do their own thing there?
Yeah, it's. I didn't even know about it. It's Motion Notion. It was on the Burning Man site, so I went and looked at it because I'd never heard of it before.
In Canada, Alberta.
Yeah, Edmonton.
Like, fuck, you know, I'm not a pussy, you know, like, I need an intervention here. I have no health insurance, you know. What happens if even something's wrong right now? I don't have a guy name, I don't have... So I was gonna definitely file, man. I'm like, I'm not getting hit like this. No fucking way. After I got robbed twice, and then, you know, right, I got enough. Next one is like, I learn how to shoot a gun, and I fucking shoot the guy. Yeah?
Do you hate Reno?
It has nothing to do with Reno. It's just...
Could happen anywhere.
Yeah.
It just happened to happen here. In between the third one and down and over to there. This road is on our property. This is 3.9 acres here. So, but I mean, this was going to be an A-frame.
Can I build a house here?
Huh?
Can I build a house here instead of going to
We can't
spontaneous?
subdivide yet.
I know.
They won't let us subdivide yet. That is a classic. I mean, these are museum pieces.
Nice, very nice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Are nimble in your sandal. If you're nimble in your sandal.
Okay, if those two, this guy's not gonna fall.
Potato salad and that's it? Potato salad? Okay, so we've so far.
If I had my bottle opener, I could get tips.
So far, we've got garlic toast, steak, and potato salad. Does anybody need anything else?
Yeah.
What?
Love.
Huh?
Love.
I don't have any of that in the fridge.
Love magic. Magic potion.
As a matter of fact, I don't have a lot of that in anything, so, you know.
Wow.
Especially from my ex-wife. Oh, man.
For sure.
She hates me right now.
Why right now?
I don't know.
It's like
I have no idea.
This period like this?
No, it's been a long time. We had a great, you know, we had one of those great divorces going. Well, separations. And because I was living here, she's with the kids back in Canada, so I'm going back and forth. And when I'm there, I'm living with my wife, ex-wife, separated wife. And we have this great relationship, and then we go to Mexico, and nothing ever happened, but just one day she just said, no, we're not doing this anymore. I said, why? She said, and she never gave me an answer. I think it was a guy. And so she couldn't exactly still be with me and also with her new boyfriend. But she's never told me that, ever.
Yeah, maybe not.
But so we just stopped, and then the divorce came, and nothing started it. I mean, something started the separation way before, but I'm saying during the time that we're saying, what a great divorce, the kids get to see me all the time, and we're all liking it, and we're having fun, and we're having sex.
What was that?
And she just quit. So.
Wow.
And I was sending her all the money, and, you know, I mean, so yeah, and then she just quit. So, yeah, that was bizarre. So I'm exiled here now. I can't go home, I think.
Wait, we were dating for 6 months.
Were you like the Beverly Hillbillies with the truck packed?
Whatever fit under the town code.
Okay.
We were
Okay,
dating,
never mind.
We were
Okay, go on
dating
with
for
the
6
story.
months, and he's like, and ever since we met, our mission was to get out of Michigan. That was our mission. So we were supposed to move to Miami. We got a job offer. They were going to pay for our housing. They were going to pay for us to move there, and they were going to pay him to start work the next day. I was like, all right, I can bartend. I have bartending experience. Let's go to Miami. The day we were supposed to leave, find out that the housing situation is swamplands and there's alligators. And he's like, yeah, we're not going to Miami.
Campsite.
It's like, Steve, you can't tell me that we're going to leave the state and move that far away and us not go. So he gets on the phone with the union, and they're like, we have an opening in Reno. I was like, all right, I have $700. We had $750 between us. We packed the truck and we left the next day. We had a fully furnished apartment. Everything was nice. We had
2 and 3 of everything.
In Reno?
No, back in Detroit.
In Michigan. We had, 2 and 3 of everything. He was on a hockey league. I was selling real estate. Everything we had was in Michigan. So the next day, we packed the truck and we left and headed to Reno on $700. Gas is pretty damn expensive.
Imagine if you'd had to do it now. My business partner, who is one of the owners of this house, and we've been in business together since 1979, phoned me one day, and he said, I have another business deal. So this will be business deal number 1, 2, 3, 4, I think business deal number 5, I think. And he goes, you got to come down and see this deal. Ducey's deal. He just hired me It's another friend of mine, Bob Ducey. It's his company, but Paul, my partner, has gone to work for him. And so he calls me, and I go, okay, so because he's from San Jose. And I say, okay, so I'll fly into San Jose tomorrow. And he goes, no, not San Jose, it's Reno. I said, Reno? What the fuck am I going? What are you fucking doing in Reno? And he goes, tax reasons. Believe me, we want to be in Nevada. We want to be in Nevada. Tax reasons. I go, okay, fine. So I book a flight to Reno. I honestly get here, and I honestly have no idea where I am. 1966, there wasn't a lot around. And ever since then, and then it's just been since then from that little band
to Loverboy,
to working through. Well, no, I spent a lot of years with local Edmonton, Calgary bands. I spent a lot of years doing that, and then started working for touring sound companies, and that's when, you know, everybody else comes in. But yeah, it's been fun, and probably some of the most fun I've had is really at the underground, where it's everything's totally under my control there from a production standpoint. Whereas when you're touring, you go into some building and you just know it's going to sound like crap, you know, because you just don't have enough equipment or the right equipment. The underground, you know, I know exactly what it's going to sound like in there. I know exactly, and so I really like doing that. You know, it's better than touring. Touring was cool because, you know, you were in a different city every night, and, you know, but it grinds on you after a while.
First time in Reno. We had an awesome show tonight. That's cool that we're playing a club called the Underground, because we're pop punk, we're punk rock, and we're doing everything like, you know, we're doing it ourselves. You know, we're traveling from town to town. We're on tour right now, and right now the economy has hit a bottom low, and like we're like paying so much for gas, and just to get to the next place. And so this is underground, you know, like we don't know what to expect. We're not mainstream. We're still punk rock. So we're doing it the old-fashioned way, you know.
For her it was easy. For me it was not.
We had jobs.
I had to go up and talk to like the main boss of the main company, which is a pretty big company, and just tell him what I was doing, and hopefully he would understand. And he did. He actually, when I stepped in his office, I was really nervous. I was like, God, I gotta ask for some time off with no pay, you know. So this is like, I'm losing money, you know, playing, you know, here. I'm just tonight, you know, for a whole week or two, like I'm out of work, but it's worth it, you know. But at the same time, it's like my boss, you know, was like understanding. He actually had our first album. He asked me, "Is this the Sweethearts you're talking about, which is our band?" And I said, "Yeah, this is the band." And he's like, "Actually, I have your album," which was really weird at the time, because this is like the chairman of the company.
Cause you look so good. Yeah, you look so good. If it looks good, yeah, you would, yeah. And I'll be dead, I'll be dead.
That are like $500 or $600 when we can secure some of the bigger shows in the future, you know, and not have to worry about those if he's willing to pay with the investors and pay us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's
figure out the big
shows
coming up.
I did already, but let's figure out what that amount will be. That Ray will have to, you know, pay if you want to buy the club, you know.
Yeah.
So we got 175, right?
Right.
Investors. You had 40?
Unless they're willing to stay in. Yeah, I got 40, almost to the dollar.
40 Sloan. I'm at 42 Remi.
Actually, with the investors, I think it's more like 185, if I'm not mistaken, because we're supposed to get $5,000 bonus at the end of 1 year. I'll have to go back and check the contract.
185?
Yeah.
Okay. And Steve 40. And the credit card 10. So we had 317.
Yeah.
Plus now you're adding the sound.
Right.
Right, 20. 337.
So what might have to happen is, if he's not willing to pay that much, I talked to the investors about getting some of their money back, but not all their money back. Continuing on with this new,
So
arrangement.
it could be 185 divided by 2, basically. All right. We'll need at least $10,000
$10,000.
for next, for the next month or so, from July 15 to August 15,
What about if we can get a deal before that? August 1st? How much will that be?
We have nothing on the bank account. I'm gonna try to stay in, because if a guy won't only open Friday, Saturday,
right?
I got some margin to negotiate with him. Say like, look,
Mm-hmm.
I'm your manager.
Right,
I
right.
remain
That's good.
equity in the business.
That's good. Oh, okay.
Because.
Well, you're
because
equity
he get
anyway. You're third anyway. Yeah. So no matter what happens, you're going to remain a third. That won't change. Like that you have.
So for like.
Basically, it's up for me.
For
if I want to negotiate the investors as well as my, money I put in.
The thing is that even with those 20% or whatever, after I pay everybody, without considering the $10,000 cash flow, or let's say you got 5, I got 5, whatever. But that means I leave with nothing.
Right.
Especially if he doesn't want the sound. I mean, with the possibility, you sell the sound, but according to Doug, it's
right.
You gotta find a buyer. I think we should call him. And we have the rest of the day to think about it, and we got a couple other things to do too.
Yeah.
Do you think in our first conversation with him, do you think we need to talk about numbers?
Yeah. I think so.
I'm calling. Hey Ray, what's up, man? Remi from the Underground. How you doing? Just wanted to touch base with you. Wanted to talk to you. If you get a chance, give me a call back. My number here is 775-303-5205. Thanks, man. Bye. Never been really interested in the U.S. or definitely knew nothing about the West Coast. So it was for 1989, when after the French bicentenary revolution, after a week of party, I said, what the hell? I just packed my little backpack and left to LA. I was planning to stay about a month. I stayed 6 months. Find love, we got a friend and girl, went back after 6 months, she came after 6 months, we got married. It's until 97 where I decided to move permanently. When I got there in early 97, that was a big boom for .com world. I was very fortunate to make a very rich man, the name of Steve Ballmer, who is now CEO and president of Microsoft. And he hired me. That was my first job. I've done that, and then I got tired of the corporate world. Decided work in a car wash, work in the French bookstore, selling French books. Sold disposable cameras to hotels and weddings. Work in movies as production assistant for movies. I did all kind of things, all small little job basically to get to know where I was and who I was, and then started my own business. Got into the music industry. Was managing a record label for 5 years. I was pretty successful, and then after that I worked for another company, back to the corporate world, and decided to start a funnel cake business. And that was very financially very profitable. Funnel cake business where we had little booth, little tent, following music festivals around the country. I did about 150 festivals in 3 years, and it was definitely a cash cow business. A lot of cash, a lot of money. That gave us the opportunity not to work anymore, just work, 10, 20 weekends a year, and that's about it. So that was very attractive to me, to have a lot of time on my hand to do other stuff.
You guys, see? Latinos, brother, that's how they roll. They carry hundreds in their pockets. I'm telling you. This is the third one tonight. How many times you see you have a white shoulder, they got 100? They ain't even fucking seen one before. That's how they roll, brother. That's the ones you rob. Fuck the white man. You can't rob them. They ain't got shit in their pockets.
Go way up there. Bird Eye would be killer. That'd be great to do.
3-hour ride.
Is it really? And then get the floatable gear thing. Yeah. That's real Reno.
What, the one in the van?
Yeah.
I know, I saw it come around.
You've been following them girls since you rode it there?
Well, it's starting to fucking see.
So pretty. I love it. Thank you. I got a flower.
Can I give you a hat for it?
Sure. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. What's going on here?
This is Club Underground.
I'm pretty sure. I think it's like 12. It's all Asian.
I knew they were going to come back.
Every other night.
Hey, you guys.
Oh my God, there, no, look. You got to go film it.
Thank you. You guys
have a good night.
Thank you. You too. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. This is my rose, you guys. My name's Amy Rose. I got pretty rose. Amy Rose. No, no, Amy Rose. I don't know.
Nice.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, still following them girls.
Oh, no, I don't like it. Yeah, but you want to know what's funny?
No.
They stopped.
Listen to this. Maybe they're following
Well, you're
them.
not here
Maybe
to
it's
tell you to leave the
like
business. We're here to tell you that you were loved. Oh, no, I don't like that.
They were looking for working girls, so maybe
That's
it's
pretty much what it
for the
means.
Oh.
Yeah,
well,
but you
I'm
want
glad I
to
didn't get that on
when they
there.
stopped right there, they were looking all over here, so
last name Kirkby. I got recruited to go dance here tonight. I like dancing a lot. I used to dance at a strip club about 6 years ago. Dancing is like my forte. To be honest, Reno has been harsh on me. I put myself in harsh situations since I've been here, and there's a lot of drug culture here, a 24-hour town type thing, a lot of drinking, and it's easy to get sucked up into that. I came here to go to college, to UNR, when I was 17, and kind of lost myself for a while in that, but there's a lot of good stuff here too. There's a lot of good culture. I'm a recovering meth addict. I used since I was like 12, and I lived in such a small town. When I got here, the supply was just almost like water, it seemed, kind of. I dropped out of UNR after about 3 months and got into that. I was homeless for a while and had to do a lot of like kind of extravagant things to get away from it, change my life. Joined a magazine crew for a while, got away from it. For me, it means more uniqueness, being able to be yourself and being accepted for who you are. More creativity, I think. More uniqueness. Uniqueness is underground.
I have 2 jobs. One job, I make slot machines for casinos. I work in the shipping department. I work behind a desk. I'm in charge of sending all making sure everything gets shipped out, making sure everything gets done. I make the packing slips. I make sure that everything's correct and how many they need for the companies. Then I send them out. And my second job, I'm a security guard at Underground. I watch the door, watch the people, pat people down. I do everything at the Underground. Bartend behind for the juice bar and run the register. Basically whatever Remi and Sloan want me to do, that's what I do at the Underground. The morning I start with TMX, I work from 8:30 to 5 there. And then I leave TMX, and depending on what time we have a show, then I go to the Underground. And I work at the Underground from whenever the show starts and whenever we get the people out. You know, sometimes we're there and 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, sometimes midnight, sometimes 11, sometimes 6, 7 in the morning, depending how long these people want to party for. It's basically what I do is just work and come home and spend time with my kids whenever I can. I need to spend more time with them because I'm working too much. I plan on owning my own business. I want to open a restaurant. And right now it's just a money situation. It takes money to make money. So I'm trying to open my own restaurant. If I can't do that, then I'm going to start my own security company up. So one or the other. I don't want to be old man, and I'm 31 now, and I don't want to be, 50, 60 years old and not still worrying about money. I didn't grow up the Mexican way. I didn't grow up in a Mexican home, in a Mexican lifestyle. My family was born here. So my grandparents on my mom's side were born in Mexico, but they came real young. My dad's parents were born here. So I grew up in an okay neighborhood. I chose to leave that and go seek you know, the gangs and the streets and selling drugs and fighting. I left my home and I went to look for that because I had a brother that was in jail all the time. He's in prison for life now. And I seen how he was. He was cool, you know, his clothes were creased up and ironed, and you know, everybody respected him, and he could walk anywhere, and everybody said hi to him. And I wanted to be like him because he was my big brother. So I went to the neighborhood, and I started hanging out, and then I got into the gangs, and I wanted to have that respect. I don't miss the life. I don't miss the shooting, the fighting, the jail. I don't miss none of that. It's not fun. It was interesting, but I don't miss it. It will always be a part of me. It will always be a part of me, and I'll never change that. I'll never say that I'm not a northerner. I'll never say that I'm not from Hayward. I'll never say that I'm not from May Street. But I don't have to let people know that that's where I'm from. I have my 14 on my arm. People see that, they know already. And some people respect it, some people don't. But I'll never leave and forget. I'll never forget where I'm from. I'll never forget, no matter how much money I make or how much, you know, how many businesses I own or anything like that. I'll never forget where I'm from. I'll never forget how long it took me to get where I get in the future, hopefully. I'll never forget this city is where I'm from. When I go back to there, I'll never, I can't go to that neighborhood because I don't want to see them guys, because I'll never do that. If I ever become successful in life and have enough money and a home, and I don't want to be a millionaire. I don't want to be filthy rich. I want to be comfortable. See, I listen to this kind of music too a lot.
You fought in the South Pacific. You fought on the shores of France.
France.
The whole US of
Hey.
me so proud that we taken a stand.
It's a lighter too.
So now you'll never have to go to war again.
I liked what the movie stood for. Somebody with nothing. Even though it wasn't a legal way, the right way to do things, but he started out as nothing. Came on a boat from Cuba and had nothing, and became of, you know, gold chairs and just everything. He had everything. He had money, he had houses, he had clubs, he had everything, but he started from nothing. He didn't do it the right way, you know, he ended up getting killed, but it just proves that a person can start out with nothing and grow to something big, you know, and it's just the way of life. That's the way life is here, you know. You have to start out with nothing. Some people that start out with money, you know, they're okay. But if you don't have any money, then you're not.
Yeah.
What? This is Anthony with the dirty face.
The deal in the situation that we run out of money, cash flow, so we can't continue to support this business on our own with no cash flow at all, no money in the bank. And so therefore, I started this business with two partners that want to sell, that doesn't really believe in rock and roll and the value of a venue like this. Some of the deal will be whether that investors have enough cash to buy all out, or if he doesn't, I'm interested to stay in as a share equity and keep the business going. I haven't got paid $1 since I started a year ago. So I think no one can doubt my commitments and motivations as far as this business. My two other partners have some other business venture that's not going very well. So they're struggling to get some liquidity, some cash flow for their business, money to leave. So basically ending up that among the three of us, I'm the only one who actually want to continue this business.
Hello, greetings from Reno, 142 State Street, which at one time was a dream, and at times turns into a little nightmare. So the story of this place is I bought it with my brother-in-law and my sister at the time. I was living in San Francisco, and they called me up and they said they have a real estate investment, and the year was 1999. I had bought some real estate in other parts of Reno and sold it and bought bigger places, and we had enough money to share in this one. So I did the deal over the phone. I didn't look at it or anything. Just a completely investment that was out of sight, out of mind for me. And then when I moved to Reno for the club, I noticed we were losing money on this. So in the middle of all this, my sister and my brother-in-law got a divorce. So in the cattle trading that ensued, I got my brother-in-law as a partner for this property. And my sister took over the properties over there and over there. So there's two different properties. At one time we shared them, and then through their divorce settlement, I got this one in the building behind it, and she got these two. So as it turns out, her tenants are they've been there for a long time, they paid the rent on time. I have the opposite tenants. So what I wanted to do was transform this place with the rising gas. People are walking much more, they want to live downtown, they don't want to drive in from 30 miles away. So I wanted to get, artists and business people and all kinds of people that want to pay rent and live in a very close community. So we started with mine, the one I currently share with my business partner Remi in the underground. And the people that lived there was a husband and wife, and they were drug dealers. I'm not sure what kind of drugs, but I'm pretty sure it was methamphetamines, because all night long on these stairs, people would come up in the apartment, stay for about 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then come back down the stairs. So then we have this one, 142B, which at one time, when I first moved back to Reno, was occupied by a guy named Bo, who was supposed to do some work for us in trade. And that's been the biggest mistake I've made, getting people to move in with no money and promises. So Bo was also on meth, crystal meth, and he almost burned down the building at one point. There's big burns on the top of the ceiling, and he kind of destroyed the place. So now we have a new tenant named Jonas, who also has no money and has a lot of promises. Very talented guy. He's done a lot of good work for us for the club. But every day I walk down the stairs, he asks me for money. Every day. The fence that I put up, before this fence was put up, there was a walkway for all the tweakers to come back and forth and back and forth. So I'm debating about putting a lock on it, but I did put the private property sign, but no one pays attention that often. Private. Let's see, I do have some keys. There's some units here. Now this unit, the neighbor of the underground came to me. He's a manager at the auto paint store next to the club. And he wanted a 1-bedroom for himself. So I think, oh, he's a manager, he's got a job. Perfect. So he moves in here. And about 1 week later, his wife moves in. And about 2 weeks after that, his 2 teenage children moved in. So we had 4 people living here, and it was a nightmare. He was loud and abusive and yelling. It was not quite the energy that I envisioned for this place. But now I've got a guy who just moved in last week, and he just completed rehab. I think it was for drinking, but I wasn't really... did not ask him any details about that. I met him one time. So we'll see. Yo, Eric. Hey, it's Sloan. Can I come in? And Gary didn't pay me rent, so I had to remove him from the apartment, unfortunately. And he was... Gary, he was like about 400 pounds, very large man, so it was kind of difficult to get physical with him. So, but I had to move him out. It was crazy, man. It was crazy, this guy. Oh, and then when I brought the police over to kick him out, I mean, literally 2 months, and I paid him at the club to do security. You know, I said, I don't have money. Every night I was paying him, you know, like 60, 70, 80 bucks. And he would, when I finally said, man, I've got to get you out of here because I got to get rent, you know. And when the police knocked, the sheriff knocked on the door, he had his bags waiting. Just took up his bags, walked outside. So that's kind of the history of this place. Oh, and before Gary, there was a prostitute that lived here. And her name was Faith the prostitute. And she smoked so much marijuana. I was living upstairs at the time in the same apartment with Remi, and we got high just from her smoke. So
Wow.
Oh yeah, it was crazy, man. She at one time, Faith, she had this music playing so loud, this hip hop music. It was like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning. I'd just come back from the club. I was exhausted. I came down here and I threw open the door, and like 4 of the biggest black men you've ever seen stood up. And I was like, get the fuck out of here and turn down the TV, or turn down the music. And they said, come on, man, we're just partying, it's the weekend, you know? I said, you know, something like, fuck you. And I walked out, and they followed me. 4 huge black guys, you know, they were pimps, I think. And I think I said I was sorry. I'm pretty sure. And it's a 1-bedroom apartment, and it just happened when we moved in. I think he got there first, so he got the bedroom, and I got the futon outside. Not that it mattered. I mean, we don't really care where we sleep. We were never around. We were never home. And it was actually quite a funny story, because Remi, you know, is fluent in English, but there's sometimes that he just misses the subtleties in the language. For example, he was telling people that we were, you know, we worked together, and that we were partners. Instead of saying business partners, he said partners. So people assumed we were gay, which was kind of funny since neither of us are gay. So, just got the keys. Here it is. This one I know works. Okay. Oh, and the latest renter, he wasn't even a renter because he didn't pay any money either, was Enrique. Enrique from the club. He's an interesting guy. So Enrique, when I met this guy, I knew it went on, of course, but I never knew a first-hand account of coming from Mexico to the United States. And this guy, he got his girlfriend pregnant on the last day that she was in Mexico. And she flew to the United States for work. And a few months later, Enrique gets a call that his girlfriend's pregnant. So he couldn't get a visa to come to the United States. And the only way he knew how was through the desert. So I wish he was here to tell the story firsthand. It's a brilliant story. So on the first trip he made, he got caught by the police in the United States. And when he went to the jail in Mexico, all the old guys were laughing at him because he didn't know what to wear to cross the border other than he was going to run a lot. So some comfortable water, of course, and tennis shoes. Well, all the tennis shoes they make these days are glow in the dark, And so the police, saw him running, the border patrol. So they caught him. And all the old guys were laughing at him like, oh, you're a young guy, you don't know how to do this. So he covered up his shoes and he went a second time, successful. And he said he said it was weird because he went in the back of a truck, and every stop that they made, he said, I still thought I was in Mexico because everyone was Mexican when they stopped and speaking Spanish, and it was just like Mexico. He said that was the most interesting part. And who was that? I don't know what's going on. Who was that? Yo, how's it going?
All right, hold on. Okay, yeah, I'll call you back.
What did you do? Now, what did you, because I gave the money to Jonas. And he paid out $270 to the girl for the tile work.
She wanted a lot more, you know that? Eric and me put many hours into that place. Okay? And I figured, well, that 2 something in the beginning, that was all demo and rewiring. And then the 300 was for me and him, 150 each.
You can have it up by 3 vibrations.
Hey, Bob's coming.
Faggots have gotten no respect anymore. No respect. They used to be timid little things that you had to smack around. Now look, there's probably 1 out of 7 of those kids fucking home right now. So 1 out of 7 of those children that are born in the States.
Really? That's
my statistics. They say 1 out of 10, but I say.
By the way, I've had some discussions about your t-shirt design among other people. Who was on this last night?
I have no idea. Yeah, I think this is wrong. How much did I give you? What are those 2 things? I gave you what, 50?
Yeah, you told me I didn't count it.
And those are packets of 25, right?
They should be, unless they were taken.
Maybe I just can't add.
250.
I gave you 50. Well, you said you gave me 250?
No, I give you.
Oh, it says 240. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
You're sweet.
Yeah.
Never mind. See that? That's called jackass bartender moment. Yeah. People trust me with their money, and I've never understood it. I can't count. I'm not gonna lie to anyone. You didn't say math whiz on my resume. It said bartender. I can pour gin and tonic. Is that it? Yeah. That's all I can do. I'm the local Paris Hilton of Reno is what I've been called. So I'm a bad version of a celebrity in Reno, which, well, being a celebrity is a celebrity though, you know, it could be a lot worse. I could be nothing. So, but I'm Philip Brown. This is La Bussola, where one of the jobs that I work at, which is a local art gallery. And it's got about 60 different local artists in it. It was funny, this time when I came back to Reno, I was only coming for vacation. So I think that Reno found me again. And I think now I was kind of looking from just myself, you know, not Philip Brown, but Philip, you know. Who is Philip? He's a very confused little boy, I think. He's a child. He really is. He's a child. For so long, I moved around from city to city, and I just kind of ran from all of my problems and kind of ran from that person. And I think that coming back to Reno, I think that it's really helped me helped me to stop running from everything, which is odd, because usually I'm running away from this town. So, yeah, it's nice though. It's interesting when you're not looking for yourself, but yourself finds you. Philip Brown is, well, I think that he's kind of my alter ego, even though it's kind of the same. I use the same name. Why change things? It just confuses people all the time. Philip Brown really started out as when I was living in Seattle. I had a very bad drug problem. I was addicted to methamphetamine, and I had lost my job, I lost my house, I had lost everything, and the only thing that I really had left was my name. And I used to hate my name. Couldn't stand the name Philip Brown. And some friends I had always called me by my full name. And when I was in Seattle, really that's all I kind of had left was my name. And you don't want your friends and people to know that you're addicted to drugs, and you don't want them to know how bad your life is. So I think that I kind of used Philip Brown as a distraction, you know? I used to walk around all the time going, fuck off, I'm Philip Brown. And, you know, and it worked, which was very odd. It kind of worked, and it became a thing of its own, became a whole different identity, you know? And I think that it got me through a lot of my problems by just holding on and grasping that name, because in the end, no one can take that from you. You know, people can take your home and they can fire you from a job, you know, you can lose everything, but in the end, you're still gonna have your name. And if you, well, for me, I kind of used it with, like, kind of, I don't know how to say it, like an authority. Reno is a giant melting pot. So there are people from everywhere that come here. And I think that usually people who aren't from here kind of go to the underground scene than more of the mainstream scene. Because, well, the underground scene's more fun. It is, you know, it's, I mean, that's where, I think people just end up in Reno. I think that they really, you know, and Reno is, well, growing up here and so many times is Reno is really boring and snotty. It really can, there's a big snotty group in Reno, and there's a lot of Republicans in Reno, I think. I'm just kidding. I like Republicans too, you know. I've slept with many Republicans, okay? But, you know, it's, to me, there's three kind of people. There's the underground and the art scene. There's the ritzy little snotty people in Reno, and then there's the dirty little druggies in Reno. And for God's sakes, who wants to associate with either one of those? Because pretty much they're the same, trust me. I was never good at being heterosexual. I have a son, and I have an ex-wife, and he was just Philip. He was just a kid trying to find his place in this world, and was very lucky enough to meet, you know, an amazing woman and have an amazing son, and to have the experience of a very rural, small ranching town. As much hatred sometimes as I got out of that town, I think that it made who Philip Brown was. I think that it more helped. I think that situation helped make Philip Brown. As far as that part of my life, I think that sometimes it killed Philip. I think that it's harder for me to sit at home and to relax or go out and kind of drop the Philip Brown image, whatever that may be or whatever it's going to more become. It's harder, you know, to drop it because I'm more secure with that alter ego than I am with my own self. Because I think that living in a small town like that and being gay and having to deal with the comments all the time and having to deal with a bunch of fucking rednecks, if you want the goddamn truth about it. That's all I fucking dealt with was goddamn rednecks all the time. It kind of, you know, it killed that little, it helped completely kill that part of me where it was, you know, to go outside and kind of be normal. I think that it pushed that alter ego more to the surface of wanting to tell people to go get fucked. Or wanting to tell them, you know, just because you're a redneck doesn't mean you aren't a fucking faggot too. You know what I mean? And so I think that Philip, you know, was still somewhat of a child because of how I was so suppressed there. I was so suppressed that I think that when I finally did start to, you know, I think that being suppressed so much there kind of pushed Philip Brown to the surface, where I wanted to really show people and tell people that, you know, it's okay to be different. It's okay to tell people to fuck off. Because trust me, almost everyone deserves it. even Philip Brown. So.
First up, we've got Captain Josie George!
points of this round. He's got a score of 10-4 right now. That can change all in a heartbeat.
And you can see that by looking at our brand new scoreboard provided by the
Trying to get past. Oh, looks like she just said she made her way by. Better Rocker trying to up real quick. Here she comes up on short fuse. She's trying to make a pass to Stevie Bass. She's going to try to get some points on the board for the Smog City Roller Girls. Short fuse keeping a tight whip. Oh, tight whip on there. Here comes Betty Rocker. Pass. Oh, Josie Durr trying to leave it. Go, 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 go!
Battleborn Derby Demons versus Smog City Roller Girls. Don't forget, we do have some food available from Coco's Teriyaki. We also have food.
Is she out for good or just for the rest of the jam?
No, she's just sent to the penalty missile.
Supporting the lead jammer, Hardy Smog City Roller Girls. Don't be afraid to get loud and cheer these ladies on. Hope your locals and your out of town girls. These ladies are putting it all out this evening. Hard this evening, $1,000. Here she comes. Oh, the cello trying to get her on the back.
I want both. I want money and I want someone to actually run it. I'm not interested long term to run it. You know, I think I got better things to do than running the club. So it's finding the guy who's going to run the club, who want to run the club, who will run the club for the last 20 years, and then find someone who has a straight club. That's right. Now you know a lawyer that can help us out. If you have a good lawyer for a stripper, like that's a big thing, you know. That's definitely big. Okay. Yeah.
And then two, he'll be the biggest night you ever had. Big tons to know.
Nice.
So you gotta hang in there.
I know, man. Trust me. You know, I'm here. I'm at the club right now. I'm the only one that's resting my ass. You know, I'll make it happen. Trust me. I'm not a loser, and it just takes time.
I know, bro. And that's the thing, though. Just when it comes to my rent, business is business. I ain't trying to hurt no one or nothing, but I need my rent, and you know, you got a few days of this time. It's just that, you know, he's that good. You know, I'm trying to be nice about it. And I'm trying to need my rent.
Okay, cool. So I'll let you. Okay.
Okay. I gotta get out of here, definitely. Okay. Did you pick up the package? Okay.
Crazy morning.
Call my business partner in the State Street building.
Pretty scary to wake up in the morning and see a guy in your face. And apparently he was in good health because Sloan is a fast runner, you couldn't keep up with him. We're so close, we found him, we ran after him, and he jumped through the fence and disappeared. Went hiding in an apartment or something. So that was like a 30 apartment, we couldn't just knock on everyone's door. So we lost him. But then, you know, we say, let's go and find him, let's look for him. And then we find the other guy we stole our car 3 months ago. Big Indian guy, 6'6", huge guy, doesn't go through that door. I mean, it's probably the guy you really don't want to mess with, you know. And then the cops ask us to organize him so he knows it's us. So now I gotta have some protection, I guess, 24/7. Well, yeah, he was in handcuff, everything, but he said it's a civil case, so they couldn't arrest him. They fuck with us. The cops was like, they surrounded the motel where we were staying. Sloan on his bike looking for the first guy. And he called me and said, I found Walter. Walter is staying in this hotel. So I called the cops. And I was staying in front of the hotel making sure he was not getting out. And the cops got him, handcuffed him, and let him go after because they couldn't do anything. Can you believe it? You may see me more often because I think we gotta go. For own security, we gotta leave this place today. There's someone watching us from here. And it's probably from the large motel here. It's a crappy motel. Okay, we gotta talk to Mike.
We gotta strategize.
We gotta talk to Mike and see. He has another job, right?
No, I think we're the only job he has.
Maybe he can watch. He can be a personal bodyguard.
He lives
Been
around
with
the
us.
corner from the club. He moved out on his wife a couple days ago.
Maybe we give him a place here. I mean, if you plan to stay here,
if I plan to stay
here, you should go, man. It's not safe, man. For your safety, it's not even your belonging anymore.
Well, that's
it's a way.
Well, that's what people said. Like, I mean, if this guy just had a
beyond.
gun or a knife
Yeah.
or something, we could have been really
Yeah,
fucked up.
that's why you reach his pocket. That's where I fucking jump over my bed.
Shit.
I fucking got scared, man.
I didn't think about that.
Do you know if
thought
I
he was
had a gun?
pissed. I ran after him. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like that's how most people get killed in a robbery is you know, it's in the middle of a robbery that happens. So
We gotta think smart. There's too many things going on at the same time and the same day.
Yeah.
Things getting worse. We gotta think smart and we gotta think like not nice people.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not anymore nice. We're not anymore nice people. We don't trust anybody. And we gotta look for our own protections. I don't care about anybody else. I don't give a fuck about anybody else right now. I care about you, I care about me, and that's it.
Yeah.
No more trust, no more borrowing, no more helping, no more giving money, no more
I'm making
say
big
what's
sweep
going
out of
on.
here.
Don't say when you go somewhere, I have to stop at State Street.
Right.
Don't mention any of your activities to anybody.
Yeah.
That's the safest things to do.
So I'll give you an option if you want to stay. If you want to pay, I'll give you a break since you did a good job, but it's got to be pretty soon. So let me know kind of what you're thinking. Sorry, I got to do it. I'll be at the club tonight if you want to come by. Just going. All right, bye.
What's the story with Jonas?
So I didn't get it all straight, but barely. It was $500. Italian guy came to collect on him. And he's like, man, I'll fuck you up, I'll rob your place. Do all sorts of stuff. So, and Danny's like, it's not a good scene, man. It's really not a good scene down there. Let's go.
Hey, Jonas! Jonas, are you downstairs? Jonas, are you downstairs? Hey, Jonas!
There he is.
Jonas. What's up, man? Someone's looking for you. $500.
Some Italian looking dude.
Doesn't look too good. Might wanna.
Who said that? I'm right here. Looking for me? Here I am. Fuck that guy. Fucking bullshit, because what if I had $500? You guys know I don't have $500. Asshole. So.
So it's all mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. Who said that, though? Danny?
Stripper.
What's that?
Stripper.
Yeah, some stripper. Yeah, what strippers do I know? Katie?
Stripper said that you owe $500 for a meth deal.
Yeah, sure.
Just give you a heads up because obviously there's something going on here. We gotta watch our security.
Yeah.
On protection, personal. Okay.
Hello? Okay, I'm outside. I'm waiting. Bye.
So let's summarize. I got burglar twice in 1 week or 2 weeks. I got 4 cars stolen.
Not 4 cars.
4 of the same one. 3. Oh, 3 times?
Let's see. One of them was twice. The Honda was twice. No.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah, the Honda was twice. The
Yeah,
Nissan
one.
was...
What happened to the Nissan?
That was the... That was Michael. Remember originally? He took the license plate off the Honda and
Yeah.
put it on the Nissan.
And what happened to the Nissan? Got stolen?
Oh yeah. I can't remember it. Was that...
It's Little John. It was not fixing it? Yeah.
No. That wasn't a Little John. I think... Wasn't that...
Yeah, it was fixing it.
That wasn't Washington? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. That's when the gangster stole it. Remember the guy that killed the guy in the hotel, the stairway with the knife? You know, so I grew up in Dallas, Texas. Went to university there as well. Traveled around the world. You know, I used to speak it much better. Yeah, I learned Korean, or I thought I did, anyway, passable Korean, when I lived in Korea, which I lived there after university. I traveled around the world, and I ended up there for about 3 years. I had like the best jobs I've ever had. I was an English teacher, I taught little kids, I taught executives, and I was also doing things on a soap opera when I was there. Acting on the soap opera, I was an American CIA. That was my character, actually, and that was the best role I had. I was also on a children's television show every Sunday. Hey, is Mike in? No, he's not. Ah, too bad. Maybe tomorrow. What's that? Tomorrow. Not till tomorrow? Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. Hey, how's it going? Okay. Mike would have fed me for free, I think. Okay. The National Bowling Stadium. Oh. Makes it look more official. I have keys hanging around my neck. I think this is the best way to get in this place. The National Bowling Stadium. This speaks for itself. I'd love to see the city council meeting where they passed this stadium that was publicly financed. Bowling stadium. Sold out one weekend a year, I think. I mean, how often can you sell at a bowling stadium? Excuse me, ma'am. Is there waitress service here?
Yes, there is. I'm one of them.
Wow.
Doing cocktails. Would you like some?
I just might. I'm going to just take a seat at the end, so I'll figure it out when I get there.
We have Stella Artois beer. It's really good.
Stella Artois. I do know that
one
beer.
of my very favorites. I'm so glad I'm bringing it here.
Okay, I'll have one of those.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk me into it.
Okay. So you're on the end of 78.
I'll be the very, yeah. You know, I just thought about that the other day, actually. I think the last, realistically, 25, years, 28 years maybe, we've done a lot of bad stuff to a lot of other countries and to, people within our own countries. I mean, I think if the people rise up and we give a kind of Nuremberg trials for, particularly the people that are in the head of the federal government right now. I'm talking about like a president, a vice president, certain heads of state. And I think the rest of the world would look to America more sympathetically.
12, 13, 14, 15, and 5 makes 20.
Super duper. This is for you too.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
It's hard to make a buck these days. Trust me. I have a club that's a lot of Budweisers, Yeah. I think that's what you were saying with the economy.
Exactly.
It's getting so. I mean, are you feeling it?
I feel it. I'm a single mother. I work. Well, this is my main job, but since we're losing events.
Yeah. Oh, you work less. You worked a lot at the hotels, the casinos. I mean, did you in the past?
I used to, but now they're downsizing.
Are they really? Have you known someone that lost their house?
Yeah, my brother. My brother
Really?
lost his house. My friend who
This
also
year?
works here is losing her house right now.
Really?
And then there's a foreclosure van that drives around town, and it drives to all the foreclosure and bank repossession houses.
A van that drives around.
Can you believe that there's actually a van that drives around?
I think I saw one, but it was a bus.
Yeah.
It was a bus tour.
This was a van, and I saw on one of the telephone poles, it says, foreclosures, call, and we'll drive you around to see them. So,
Well, did you buy your house?
no,
Okay.
I'm looking for a house to buy.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, because
Do you want
it
to
makes
talk?
more sense. But yeah, I do. I gotta go run some drinks.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Because I
Or my
do
boss will go,
have
"Where the heck is
something
she?"
that I could sell you. Are you looking for duplex, perhaps?
Duplex is cool.
Okay,
Duplex is
it's right
cool.
near.
I have a friend coming out from Kansas, so if I bought a duplex, then I could just rent her the other side. She'd be happy, I'd be happy.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, let's talk. Okay. Thank you so much, Nina. I think of myself as a player, but when you don't have good negotiation position, you feel like a ball. And typically, but I guess after this latest negotiations, I feel like a skittle. It's unsustainable. Like I can't live in State Street. I gotta live at the club right now. I wake up at the club. I've got foreclosure coming in at State Street. I've got rent at the club I can't pay next month. I'm getting married in 2 months. That's a little expensive. So it's crazy.
think this tomato is okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Alabama. I'm a pharmacist here in Reno at Walgreens, the Walgreens downtown, which is
45.
pretty lively in
You
the
always have someone.
clientele that I receive. A little underground, maybe. My pharmacy, I have a lot of psychotropic meds. Like, you have different categories. In front of the pharmacy is called the fast rack, and those are the fast-moving drugs. And I have so many mood-stabilizing drugs on the fast track. It's everyone that's coming in is getting an antidepressant, antipsychotic, bipolar. I mean, it's really quite amazing. And it's the location, of course. You know, you go to a different location and you'll have different fast movers. Maybe Reno has a little bit of a premature ejaculation because something fantastic can open, but they don't get the support, and it just, maybe premature ejaculation is not the best term to describe it, but it just doesn't get the support, and it doesn't last. There's no endurance from the community. So I would have to think of a better term than that, but I don't know what I would prescribe for a vitamin B shot, a shot in the arm.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all what's going on, but my two partners basically decided to take off and, you know, no longer interested to do the business there at the underground. So I'm checking that place a friend of mine told me about. I have no idea where I am. There's a big for sale sign. It's a bar and grill. It looked like a ghost town, man. Wow. Nice little patio. What the hell's going on here? Pretty solid. Just need a big paint job.